Hi, PerspectiveWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Thursday, April 29th. Kind of a muggy, mild morning here in the Mid-Atlantic region. Some light rain and drizzle around the area. A strong cold front will slide to the south and east later today into tonight, across the Great Lakes and into the northeastern quadrant of the nation. Kind of comes through the Mid-Atlantic region by the early morning hours. Certainly can be a shower at any time today, and maybe even a strong to severe thunderstorm this afternoon into the evening in the I-95 corridor region. That front ushers in some cooler air for later tomorrow, especially tomorrow night into Saturday. But the bigger story will be the potential wind gusts on Friday afternoon, Friday evening of 50 to 60 miles per hour possible in the Mid-Atlantic region. In the Northeast, we'll have a departing strong low pressure area off of the New England coastline. At the same time, an approaching strong high pressure system will be dropping out of central Canada towards the Great Lakes, and the pressure gradient between the two on Friday and Friday night will result in some very powerful and potentially damaging wind gusts throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, the Northeast U.S. Again, possibly in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range. Let's start off the day by looking at the radar map across the nation from WSI's and telecast.com. You can see this corridor right here of moisture, and this is the area where there can be a strong to severe thunderstorm anytime today into tonight, especially across the Tennessee Valley in here, and even all the way up into the Mid-Atlantic region. There can be a strong to severe thunderstorm this afternoon into the evening hours. Let's put this into motion here, and we'll see everything kind of sliding slowly to the east here. This is a nice little band right now over the Tennessee Valley. It extends all the way down into the northeastern part of Texas, and a solid batch of showers and embedded thunderstorms across the Ohio Valley will push to the east today, crossing Pennsylvania. And there's some light rain and drizzle right now in the I-95 corridor region. A much better chance will exist for showers and maybe embedded strong thunderstorms this afternoon into the evening. Let's just take a close look at the Mid-Atlantic region. Again, a little bit of light rain and drizzle right now, southeastern Pennsylvania into New Jersey, all the way up to New York City. But here's a solid area out here over Ohio, and that will continue to slide to the east during the next several hours, and again reaching basically from D.C. north and east later this afternoon into the evening. The chance of showers and embedded strong to potentially severe thunderstorms this afternoon and evening right in that I-95 corridor region of D.C. to Philadelphia to New York City. And here's the outlook for the potential of severe weather during the next 24 hours from early today until early tomorrow, as depicted by the Storm Prediction Center of NOAA. They're based out in Norman, Oklahoma. We saw on the radar this corridor of activity right now. This is the region that can experience some strong to severe thunderstorm activity, especially from the Tennessee Valley up north and east into the Mid-Atlantic region this afternoon into the evening hours, as that cold front slides slowly to the south and east across the Great Lakes region. Well, let's take a look at the 6Z operational run of the GFS, and we'll focus in on that threat for damaging wind gusts on Friday and Friday night into early Saturday throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, the Northeast U.S. Again, potentially in the range of 50 to 60 miles per hour. Here we start off the day on Friday. Strong thunderstorms, as we saw on radar a moment ago, sliding into the Tennessee Valley region, and a solid area of showers and embedded thunderstorms across the Ohio Valley. All that tends to move to the north and east today as a cold front. And here's the position by this evening. Low pressure over upstate Pennsylvania, the cold front sliding to the south and east of that surface low pressure system across central Pennsylvania, West Virginia by early tonight, and it slides through the Mid-Atlantic region in the overnight hours, late tonight into early tomorrow. And again, there can be an embedded strong to severe thunderstorm anywhere in the Mid-Atlantic region this afternoon into the evening hours. And then we'll watch this low pressure area. Notice this 986 millibars by early tomorrow, and then we'll go a few hours later, 981. So this is an intensifying low pressure area by early tomorrow afternoon, sitting just to the east of Maine. At the same time, we have strong high pressure dropping out of central Canada towards the western Great Lakes. And look at this pressure gradient in between the departing low and the approaching high. Very tight pressure gradient right here, as indicated by these tight black lines. These black lines represent lines of equal pressure, isobars, and the tighter those lines, the stronger the winds. And we've talked about this numerous times here. Winds flow counterclockwise around lows and clockwise around highs, and the combination in this particular case is setting up for very strong winds out of the north to northwest between that approaching high and the departing low. Again, potential of 50 to 60 mile per hour wind gusts Friday afternoon, Friday evening into the early part of Saturday. Now, another thing I want to point out here, notice the thickness lines. We've talked about this before as well. The thickness in the lowest half of the atmosphere, that's what's represented here by these blue dashed lines from 1,000 millibars, basically the surface, to the middle of the atmosphere, 500 millibars. And that thickness of that layer is correlated to the overall temperatures. The lower the thickness, the lower the temperature. So when you see a thickness going down to 534, as seen right here, by early tomorrow night, and then later tomorrow night, notice this 540 line all the way down into the DC metro region. This is late tomorrow night. That's a chilly air mass for any time of the year, but especially for this time of the year. And again, temperatures yesterday peaked in the mid to upper 80s. Places like DC, Philadelphia, New York City, they'll drop all the way down to the lower 40s by this time period, late tomorrow night, early Saturday morning. That's quite a shift in temperatures, and at the same time, the temperatures will drop all the way down in the lower 40s tomorrow night. The winds will be gusting up to 50, maybe even 60 miles per hour or so. But also watch here how quick this cool shot retreats to the north and east. Again, late tomorrow night, 540 thickness right here. Let's go into the day on Saturday. It's jumping up to the north and east. And high pressure takes over on Saturday. And notice here, by the time we get to Sunday morning, we're dealing with thicknesses much higher, 556. That cool air has retreated all the way up to the southeastern part of Canada, 558 thickness right here, 564 down here. In other words, we warm up quite dramatically between Saturday morning and Sunday afternoon in the mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S., probably starting off the day on Saturday in the low or mid-40s. By Sunday afternoon, probably pushing 75 to 80 degrees for afternoon highs in D.C., Philadelphia, and New York City. That's Sunday afternoon. And then there's a lot of moisture building to the south and west. By the time we get in the early part of next week, we have a chance of showers on Monday, and really it's starting to look like kind of a wetter pattern setting up for next week compared to what we've had in the recent couple of weeks or so. After that early week threat, there will be a midweek threat and maybe even a late week threat for rain here in the Mid-Atlantic region. This is all the way out to next Friday, a week from tomorrow. So a wetter pattern sets up next week. In the short term, showers are likely this afternoon into the evening in the Mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. It can even be an embedded strong to severe thunderstorm this afternoon and evening in places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and surrounding suburbs. The winds will pick up dramatically on Friday and continue very strong, potentially damaging levels on Friday night into early Saturday, potentially in the 50 to 60 mile per hour range throughout the Mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S. later tomorrow and tomorrow night, all as a result of a very tight pressure gradient between strong departing low pressure and strong approaching high pressure. Those winds will die down by Saturday afternoon, and temperatures will jump some 10 degrees or so between Saturday afternoon highs and Sunday afternoon highs in the northeastern quadrant of the nation. So a lot going on over the next 48 hours or so. That's it for now. For PerspectiveWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.